Okay. All right. So, Eryn
Hmm.
has just came out of the plains into Fort Morninglord, and she stumbled across a an elf and a demon with a tent nearby. And we're going to change maps real quick, and then we'll go from there. Okay. All right. And so Tess has made the decision to kind of just walk up on you guys. So
What's
Shay,
them?
Shay,
Okay.
your character notices coming out of the gloom and the fog, and Shay, hold on just a second.
I have to change places.
I was gonna say we got to keep this a little more secretive.
Hang on.
In the closet.
In my closet.
Okay, so Onda, you notice kind of off coming out of the fog this giant shape. I mean, probably 6.5 feet, I think, somewhere around there. Pretty large, twigs and leaves all in her hair, and a big staff here and a big wooden, almost tree branch kind of over on this arm, and she's walking into the woods, and you notice that if you look at her face, she doesn't look immediately threatening, but she is rather, I mean, she's intimidating, I mean, almost at first glance. So what do you do, Shay?
Um,
Or Onda?
I am going to uh, notify Guinevere of this person coming towards us.
Oh dear, darling, what do you see out there in the darkness?
I see a shape. I see a person. It's
Oh,
very. I don't know. You
very.
know my mind's been playing tricks on me.
Oh yes. Oh no, but I see this one too.
Okay,
It's a
good.
rather large shape. Halt! Who goes there? Who comes?
Okay, okay. So she, so we can understand each other, correct?
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
understand.
You're speaking
Okay, okay,
common. Common.
okay. Well, since you're not animals,
Hmm.
she would not be one to just speak out loud. She would be very tentative, acting like almost like she doesn't understand what you're talking about, and kind of just like really just weirded out, and like looking around, and
Okay.
like not okay with the situation like at all.
Hang on. Give me a second. All right. So, I'm going to wave because I can see that you are kind of you're not approaching. I'm going to ask if you mean us any harm.
Okay, so Erin would probably put her hand back up to wave, but wouldn't know what that means. Because she's never seen a wave before. And so she would maybe perceive it as a non-threatening gesture, but it also still kind of she just kind of like mimics you. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, yes, I mean no harm, no harm, and she would just put her hands up.
Okay. Um, would you like to come with us? We have a tent set up. We have an extra tent. Would you like to stay? tent?
It's like the natives. No, I'm not here for long. I live in the woods. I would rather just hi. Is there a blight around here somewhere? It's a little blighty.
I haven't seen no
Hmm.
no blight.
Ooh.
Skeletons, but
Oh.
no blight.
Skeleton is like a skeleton from inside of your body.
Yes.
It can walk. No. Okay, so would she maybe want? Could I roll her perception to see if I could see any blight near?
Sure. Yeah, you'd probably almost needed to do the detect poison again, I would think.
Okay, well I can do that because that's really the only reason she would want to be there, and she's obviously freaked out with the whole situation. So, do I need to like click it or just
yeah, if you're gonna use that, that's fine. I'll let you know.
like
Okay.
that?
Okay. So 30 feet out from you, and in the water, you detect trace amounts of of this same disease that you've kind of been tracking, and it's going downstream, so it's originating upstream, which is toward the reaching woods, which is kind of the one of the goals that you had in mind when you set out. So you definitely detect it. It's pretty trace. It's not a huge amount, and you definitely don't notice anything in the ruins as far as disease and poison go. That doesn't mean there's nothing there, but no disease or poison in the ruins.
Okay. I would be willing to stay, but I was also told like at least, and then she starts like counting the marks on her hand, like 25 times not to touch anything. So I don't know what I'm allowed to touch and what I'm not allowed to touch.
We were told not to touch anything. Nothing that you see.
Okay. And so I guess do I need to move her if she's going to go farther like up towards them?
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay, so she would probably go pretty close, and she seems kind of, and she kind of wants to. I don't know. She's trying to figure out like what like exactly they look like. So from far away, she just looked like a tall person with pointy ears, and then what she perceived as a demon. So is there any way that this closer up she could see more of their like features?
Sure. So the tall person with pointy ears is clearly beautiful. It's something really that you immediately almost respect. You're very in awe of the beauty of Guinevere, which we haven't nobody's introduced anybody but of this thing. And then the demon is clearly not a demon as well. It does have some horns and could be misconstrued as that, but it's clearly a female woman with some demonic features. You're not sure anything about that race, of course, because you've never met it. But
Of course.
you definitely, I mean, they seem amicable at the very least.
Okay. So she would probably just then ask, like, what are you doing in these parts? Like, is this your home?
I have set out to find something. I am on a quest.
I am also on a quest, but it is to find a sickness and a cure. Is yours similar?
Not really. I'm in search of something. I'm in search of a person.
Secretive. Okay. All right. Good.
Okay. So, I'm trying to think because Eryn wouldn't know how to shake hands, but it would also almost seem like her character just to stick her hand out and just introduce herself. And I don't know how furbolgs introduce themselves.
Make it
like
up.
Yeah. She does like a little dance, and then she's like, "I'm Eryn."
But I don't Eryn.
I don't really have, I just gave you that name. I actually don't have a name.
Oh, hello, Eryn. I am Onda.
I am Guinevere. Pleasure to meet you, Eryn.
And then she would probably just like blurt out like, "What are you guys? Like, what are you? Like, what? I've never seen you before."
While you may not know me, I do know what you are. We elves have always been fairly close to you furbolgs.
And I am a tiefling. I'm a pirate tiefling.
Tiefling. Very cool. Yes, no, I've heard of elves. And when the elder gave me my name, he said it was Elven.
I noticed immediately that Eryn was elvish, and it actually made me trust you quite a bit more. What brings you to these parts? Are you searching for a cure? Where? In this place?
I was told that the blight could have started here by a very wise turtle man.
Well, I know not what blight you speak of, but this place is evil, and surely it would leak out. But I'm not sure it started here.
Have you been to the Reaching Woods?
Reaching woods, you say, Onda. Is that not where you're supposed to go?
That's where I'm supposed to go. We can travel together because, like Guinevere said, this place is... It's not safe.
No, I don't want to stay here very long. Yes, I need to go to the Reaching Woods. I need to reach a circle of druids as well.
We can help you with that.
Are you going to let me in on what you're doing yet?
Eryn's very inquisitive, very naive.
You inquisitive.
I probably shouldn't say that, actually. I should let you learn.
He doesn't know how to talk to people.
Yeah, I should let you learn that just naturally.
I'm in search of my parents.
Ooh. Well, I can help. My parents and my family mean a lot to me, so I can see why we would want to find them again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yay.
So you guys are going to travel together to the Reaching Woods? Is that kind of the situation that we're at now?
That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. No exploring here. Nobody wants to go in any of these houses. And
I don't want to touch anything.
Touch anything?
We're good.
Okay. All right. For now, at least. Okay, so I've took us back to the world map. So we're here at Fort Morninglord. And you guys are going to travel up the river to the Reaching Woods. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you guys travel up the river, this fog has been closing in while you were at Fort Morninglord. I mean, it's just been not good, like I told Tess or Eryn, and like I've told Onda. I mean, it's closed in, and the place was suffocating. But as soon as you get out and back on the plains, heading up the river, heading west or east, it kind of dissipates, and it's a beautiful sunny day, and you guys travel together up the river and kind of chit-chatting, and about a 3-day journey, really, to Scornable right there, and then into the Reaching Woods. And Scornable, of course, is the city up here right before the Reaching Woods that starts the tradeway. And about halfway out of Fort Morninglord, half a day out, Onda, you feel like a little tickling with your hair.
What? Is there bugs?
And then you hear a little
Yay.
and Eryn, of course, you hear it as well. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
guys
She's
are all
giggling.
okay, great. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna ignore it and play it off as the wind.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. All right. So you guys continue marching about 10 minutes or so, and then all of a sudden, the river's flowing just fine, nothing big, and then just a big splash of water all over Onda's boots, just and lower legs there, and then another. And these are new boots. These are good boots.
Are these not good boots?
These are good boots.
Are there trees around us?
No, we're walking on this plain. We're about like right here, moving up this little river, going towards Scornable.
I'm just gonna walk over to the river and just kind of. Can I make a perception check?
Sure. You rolled it with advantage, so be sure to toggle that off. But
sorry.
I'll take the first roll because that's what it would have been. So a 20.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yay.
Okay, so you notice almost like those water spiders that leave marks on the water.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of notice that little like something has definitely touched down there and left that area, but nothing else. I mean, that's the best. I mean, you were very perceptive, but that's all you could see.
So Eryn, she'll like get a twig out of her hair, which is pretty much a big stick because she's huge, and she kind of shoves it into, is it Onda?
Yes.
It's like Onda's arms. Is like, try this. Try throwing this.
So I'm gonna throw the stick.
Okay.
I guess, or poke the water. I want to poke the water with the stick instead of throw it first.
Okay. Guinevere looks at you and goes, "Darling, whatever are you doing?"
I saw some ripples here. I don't. Maybe ripples? A big fish?
Ripples, Onda, have you gone crazy? What are you doing with the stick?
I'm poking the water.
Oh, very well. You guys stand there and watch. And then all of a sudden you feel a strong pull on the stick. Roll a strength check.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
Okay, I need to roll one too. Okay, so you lose your footing a little bit and fall forward, and you don't fall in the river, of course, and it's not a raging rapid right here anyway. It's kind of a stream bank, but your gloves, your hands, you fall and drop the stick. It goes floating off. You're splashed in the face a little bit, and then you hear just a and then it flies off.
Does nobody hear this giggling?
I've heard something, I thought, said Guinevere.
Well, I thought it was the wind earlier, but I definitely heard a giggle.
So Eryn, she rifles in her little satchel and she gets her berries and she's like, "All right, come on, Puck, stop messing around. Let's introduce you. You're mean."
Okay, and then out of nowhere manifests this little beautiful, like, multicolored dragon, and he says, "Boy, that was fun. My name's Puck." And he starts, "Thanks for the berries," and starts eating the berries. So, Onda, what's your reaction to seeing that?
Is that a dragon?
And he's a fairy dragon.
Mm-hmm. Fairy dragon. Oh,
I'm Puck.
Hi, Puck.
And Guinevere's like, "What a foul little thing to ruin your boots like that. My goodness."
Oh, Guinevere, we're on the sea. These boots, they'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you've met Puck, we've met Guinevere, we've met the sidekicks, so we're ready to continue up the river. All right. So we continue on. A couple days here. If you guys want to talk, because you would on the road, for just a couple minutes, I'm gonna let you have like 5 minutes here to maybe whatever you would talk about. Don't feel forced, and then we'll continue on. So yeah, whatever you guys want to do, right quick.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out her character, and so wondering if she would like talk, because she's so she's really sheltered. I had to talk to people,
and Onda's pretty secretive too, so it might be pretty quiet. You guys tell me. I don't.
I feel like Eryn would be kind of like glancing over her every now and then, trying to figure her out because she's never seen a tiefling before, and so like really like look at. Well, okay, how tall is she? Is she taller than me?
No, she should not be taller than you. Let's double check.
Because I want to know if I'm looking up or down.
She's 5'5".
Okay.
So you're almost a foot taller than her.
Okay, so yeah, so it's really funny to think about a very naive, huge character.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like looking down upon
You
something they're
coming
not
out of the fog, I never realized like the sight, like twigs everywhere.
oh, hilarious. So maybe like every now and then Eryn would kind of like poke her on the horn to try to figure it out and like not really say anything, but kind of just like poke and just kind of look forward like she didn't do anything, sort of thing.
Uh,
Yeah.
Does that get a reaction out of you, Onda?
it does not. It does
Perfect.
not.
Perfect. You just kind of are you just
I'll
giving her
just
the
kind
side
of
eye
just
and like
glance up and side eye and just keep walking.
All right. All right. Very good. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
So, you guys arrive at Scornabel, which is it's not a major city. It's not like Baldur's Gate or
Mm-hmm.
some of these other places, but it is a little city on the Reaching Woods that begins the tradeway. Um, and of course, the Reaching Woods is behind it, and that's ultimately both of your destinations, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But upon arrival at the gate, you do hear a very afraid gentleman, terrified out of your wits. You just overhear. Would you guys creep closer to hear that, or just keep going on your way? Or I mean, you can hear him complaining to the guards.
So
Do we
we
know what
can
he's
hear him already.
You can, and you'd have to get closer to make out clearly what he's saying. You wouldn't be conspicuous. I mean, he's being pretty loud, but you could just choose to ignore him and continue if you'd like as well.
I mean, Erin's very curious, but not really about human things. So she probably wouldn't like. She would hear it and be aware, but she wouldn't want to like go search it out. But she would also stick with you if that's what your character wanted to do.
Um, I'm gonna walk closer, but not like towards them. We're just gonna continue. I just want to continue on down
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
down the path, but kind of keep an open ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you hear this person, and they're basically shaking in their boots, and really all you can make out would be something. It's clear that he's some kind of maybe slave trader type situation, and you can hear him complaining about an orc that's loose in the forest, freeing all the slaves and all of his gladiators and stuff like that. So he's very much upset, protesting about this orc in the nearby forest that's going around playing Robin Hood, kind of. So
Oh. Yeah. So Eryn, hearing that, would be very concerned that there is something affecting the forest in that way. She wouldn't necessarily pick up on the slave thing, but she would definitely pick up on the
that there's
someone in
something
the
running,
forest.
something going around in the forest. Yeah, that's
Yeah, she doesn't like that, so she's grumbling about that.
okay. And Guinevere even pops in and detestable people, slave traders. If I ever
Mm-hmm.
find that orc, I should like him to pay. I should like to pay him a compliment.
Oh,
Good old Guinevere.
good old Gwen.
He's awesome.
Okay, all right. So you guys are heading on into the Reaching Woods.
Okay.
Um, so after the first kind of day heading in there, in the northern Reaching Woods up here, it's kind of nighttime and you guys are settling down for bed. Puck's around, flying around. Guinevere and Onda are kind of sharing their own little thing, and Eryn, I imagine you might play with Puck a little bit or something here, getting ready for bed. Yeah. And as you guys are getting into bed, a fog, very similar to Fort Morninglord. I mean, it starts closing in close and tight, and the moon kind of gets wiped out. And even though you should be able to see it, despite the trees, I mean, it's coming in closer and closer and closer. And Puck really starts behaving erratically, and he turns invisible, and I mean, he's kind of gone, and it keeps closing in and closing in and closing in, and oh, hold on, 1 second, sorry, we have somebody, my son's home, so 1 second.
You're in the closet.
I'm in the closet. I'm sorry. I can't.
Awesome. Oh, I'm trying to. Okay, he gave us some hints. I'm gonna look at my spells and see what. See here. This character's hilarious because she doesn't have really any offensive spells. She just kind of exists and loves animals.
That's awesome.
Trying to figure out what she could do. Okay.
Okay. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this fog is closing in. Puck has went invisible. Onda, as you and Guinevere kind of stand up, and Eryn stands up a little bit, kind of startled. You can kind of hear some cries in the distance of maybe like children, maybe like some crying of children.
It's creepy. And so, yes, so Eryn would be more startled, I think, too, with Puck disappearing and knowing that there's something, wrong if he's that freaked out to just kind of puff and disappear. So she's kind of like wandering around looking for him.
Okay.
Okay.
Onda, what are you doing?
I'm gonna recognize this fog as what I'd been in before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna kind of have my weapons at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna foolishly make my way towards the sound of the children.
Okay. Eryn, would you follow or?
I think she would like stumbly follow, but still looking for Puck and kind of not really paying much attention, but
Okay.
following along.
So as you guys are going through the underbrush, navigating your way through this with this fog, eventually, Onda, you look around and you can't see Guinevere anymore as well, and you can barely make out Eryn. And you hear the calls of the children and the crying getting louder and louder. So it's almost starting panic mode, almost setting in. I mean, you've lost Guinevere now in the fog.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna call out to Guinevere.
Okay.
See if she responds.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Am I still close with Onda, like right?
You can see each other barely. I mean, but it's closing in and the crying's getting worse, like whatever's happening to this child or children. They're in need of help.
So Eryn would probably like run up and like grab something on Onda, like her cloak or whatever she's wearing, and like cling to her.
Okay. And I'll just keep, I'll look over my shoulder and pat your hand and thumbs up and keep walking.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. And then as you come out of the fog, kind of into a clearing, you think it's impossible to tell because this fog is so thick. But you think you can see like the spires of almost a house in the middle of the woods, just maybe. And it's so thick, and then this two tiny little figures in the distance near this house that the crying and everything's coming from. And then at that point, a stone on Onda's belt emits a loud sound, and it cries out, "No!" A blood-curdling, haunted scream that you can recognize as Guinevere. "Help me, Onda! Please, death is all about me! Help me!" And then cut out.
I'm gonna freak out because it's Guinevere.
Yep.
I'm gonna get my stone.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen, where are you? Nothing.
And that'll be the end of the session 0.5.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
All right. We should be all good for tomorrow night. We'll all be together. And we'll see how everybody deals with it. Because everybody else is very nearby now.
That's exciting. I can't wait to see how we all meet up.
I'm glad I got 2 done with already because it would have been even harder, obviously, 5 people trying to.
Yeah, for sure. So they'll find us clinging to each other with children crying all around us.
And me panicking.
Hearing about this dragon.
Where's Puck?
All I care about.
All right, guys. Good deal. I had a good time, Tess. Fun session 0.
Yes, that was fun. Yeah. All right. Well, have a good night, guys.
Thanks. Bye.